Hey guys, sorry for missing last week. I had my opera scenes performance last Sunday, and the day before that, which is when I should have posted my video, I was actually in dress rehearsal for about 12 hours, so please excuse that. As a lot of you know, the current school year is drawing to a close, and this week is what is referred to as Dead Week, or the week before finals, and this is going to be the last video that I film in this dorm. And last year, when my freshman year of school ended, I made my last video in my dorm about my freshman year and some of the cool things that I did and experienced. And I thought that might be a good idea to do again and really just kind of do every year, so that way I can look back on these later in the future. This year was a really big year for me. I did a lot of really new things, and I think I learned a lot more about myself and who I am and what I like, and so that's a really big deal. One of those things involved getting back into music. I haven't really been involved in music since my sophomore year of high school until this year, and I decided at the end of last year that I wanted to minor in music. So I did a lot of really cool music things this school year, including getting back into choir, which has been so wonderful. I didn't realize how much I missed choir and how much I missed singing until I got back in it, and now I wish, even though I had a medical reason for not being in choir at the end of my high school, I wish I would have tried a little harder to make that work, because I really missed it, and I wish I would have done it last year. I think one of my bigger regrets from last year actually is not really getting more involved in things that I was thinking about doing, and I just was like, oh, I'll wait and I'll do it next year. I wish I wouldn't have waited. Along with choir is getting to perform at the Meyerson Symphony Center in downtown Dallas was so cool. That was a month ago. Both of the university choirs and the University Wind Ensemble combined with 3 other community college choirs and premiered a new piece written by James Seiler called The Temptation of St. Anthony, and we got to perform it in the Meyerson Symphony Center, which was absolutely gorgeous, and I can honestly say that's probably one of the coolest things I've ever done, and I'm so thankful I got to be a part of that. Along with performing, I got to be in 2 theater productions last fall. As anyone who actually follows my vlog knows, I was in Kiss Me Kate with the theater department, and it was the first play I've done since I was like 12, not including stuff for German competitions that I did in high school. And it was the first musical I've ever been in, and it was really stressful and hard, but it's also one of the coolest things I've ever done, and I discovered a passion for acting I didn't really realize I had, and it was the first time I'd been on stage again since I quit dance at the end of high school, and I realized that not performing on stage is something that I don't ever want to experience again. I didn't do anything performance related last year, and I regret that now, and I don't want that to ever happen again. So, but Kiss Me Kate was a wonderful experience, and then this semester I did opera scenes with the music department, and we did some fairy tales, and that was a lot of fun too, and I'm glad that I did both. Both of these got me really pumped to doing more theater stuff in the future, and I'm excited about that. And last thing on the list of just music stuff, I started learning piano, because as a music minor I have to take, I believe, level A and B in piano, and I've always wanted to learn how to play an instrument, and I just never did, because I didn't really have a lot of time to work on it before, and so learning piano has been fun, and I'm really excited to finally be learning an instrument, and it's kind of inspired me to try and learn more, so that's exciting. I really like piano. Who knew? Then I talk about my actual major. I changed majors this year, which was terrifying and stressful, because I was an RTV major when the school year started, and I just did not like my RTV classes, and I didn't like a lot of things about being an RTV major, and I went through this whole dilemma of what do I want to do with my life. And even though I'm still going through that, I feel like you probably go through that for your entire life, or at least throughout, all the way throughout college, and then finally decided on public relations, and I feel like the choice was good. technically I'm a journalism major in the public relations emphasis. I just say I'm a public relations major because if you say you're a journalism major, people assume that you want to be a journalist, and I don't. But I feel like the choice was good. The classes are certainly a lot better. The department I like better. Not that the RTV department was bad, it just wasn't for me. So that's exciting, and that was a big change for me, and hopefully I won't be changing my mind again. I got to go see The Little Mermaid last February with my friend Amy. I haven't seen a whole lot of musicals live because I never really got to go see those kinds of things until I got old enough to be able to go without my parents, because neither of my parents really like musicals. And The Little Mermaid was surprisingly good, and I really loved the costumes and the way they incorporated the new songs in with the old songs from the movie, and it was a really good production, and that was awesome. Beginning of the year, I also got to go to Chicago and spend some time with my cousin Ashley, who I hadn't seen in a really long time, and that was really cool. I've never been to Chicago before, and she showed me around downtown, and basically we hit up all the touristy stops, but it was really cool. I got to go to the top of the John Hancock building on like the 98th floor or whatever, and even though I'm terrified of heights, it was totally cool, and yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So Chicago was a really big thing for me this year. And last but not least, I got my hand at planning the banquet for my scholarship program. We had projects this semester, which included getting in groups and planning different things for our program, and I was in the banquet planning committee, and I've never really planned an event before, so that was good to learn how to do, and I feel like that went over really, really well. And even though I got really stressed out for a while, I'm still really glad that I got that experience and that I got to work with such awesome people. I feel like that basically sums up the high points of my sophomore year. It's weird to think that I'm halfway done with college, unless I decide to go to grad school. I don't really know how I feel about that right now, but it's weird to think about, and I'm excited that my sophomore year is almost over, but that also makes me nervous because I feel like the last 2 years have gone by really quickly, and I don't want the next 2 years to go by that quickly because I really like being here and I really like the people I've met here. And even though social media exists now and it makes it easy to keep in contact with everybody you meet, it still is not the same, and so sorry for getting cheesy on you, but that had to come out. So Chrissy and I are getting an apartment. We're moving in this weekend, and we will officially be out of this place the middle of next week. So yeah, next time you see me on this vlog, I will be in my apartment, and whenever I get done unpacking and decorating and stuff, which is going to take a while, I'll be sure and do a little tour of where I'll be living, because it's actually kind of adorable. It has stairs and stuff, so it's like a little townhouse. So be sure to do that. But yeah, I will see you next week in my apartment. And if you have finals the next couple of weeks, good luck, and make sure you sleep and study and eat. Surprising how easy it is to forget to eat. So do all those things, and good luck, and I'll see you soon. Bye.